Hello again, guys. Welcome back to my channel. Gonna do another retro review for a VHS, another WCW one today. Haven't done one for a while, and I hope to continue to do those in the future and build up a nice review collection of those. Next on our list is the Great American Bash from 1990, New Revolution, Wrestling's Greatest Champions Fight for Survival against Rising Young Renegades. This is a PG rating here in the UK. So Flair versus Sting for the title, and then we got Sting with awesome face paint on the front, and Nature Boy Ric Flair with the world title there. Woo! And this is a Turner Home Entertainment and a first independent release. There's the spine, which looks pretty cool. Very nostalgic feel rewatching this again. I really did enjoy it going back to this one. I hadn't seen it in a while. So there's the tape. There's the code to prove it's all legit and not one of those fakies that are circulating and whatever. Here's all the releases inside, and I will at some point be covering each and every one of those plus more with reviews. And then here's the back. I'll go over the back and then I'll go over the matches after I've read the introduction and everything, and talk to you about the photos quickly. So we have one of the fabulous Freebirds there. I think that's Michael P.S. Hayes. I can't quite make out who that is in that photo there, guys, so I do apologise. It's really hard to see their faces and what's going on. This has a 125-minute runtime. So the Great American Bash. Sting is back in action, and it's a wrestling revolution as World Championship Wrestling's greatest stars from the NWA battle to stem the tide of the new young aggressors. In his first comeback match since his debilitating leg injury, Sting wreaks havoc in the ring in his attempt to unseat six-time champion Ric Flair from his throne as World Heavyweight Champion. The fireworks continue as Doom defend themselves against Rock and Roll Express in an explosive World Tag Team Championship. And like a power keg of power, Mean Mark wages war with Total Package Lex Luger for the US Championship title. The Southern Boys go head to head against Midnight Express in a US Tag Team title match that signals the beginning of wrestling's new revolution. Sorry about that, guys, then. Getting tongue-tied. Also, Z-Man versus Big Van Vader, the Steiner Brothers versus the Fabulous Freebirds, Dudes with Attitude versus the Four Horsemen, and there's just a list there of all the stars I've already mentioned and more. So let's go over these matches, and I'll give you my overall rating at the end. So we kick things off with the Southern Boys versus the Midnight Express for the US Tag Team titles. Very good opening tag match. It was good to see Jim Cornette at ringside. Pretty cool. We had the next match, Big Van Vader in his debut against Z-Man Tom Zenk. Very crushing victory for Van Vader. Really enjoyable to go back and watch this now, especially with his entrance with all the shoulder and mask kind of spikes and horns he wore to the ring. Is pretty cool. Yeah, so that was a good one, and even though it wasn't on, even though it didn't last too long. Next up, we had Rick and Scott Steiner versus the Fabulous Freebirds. One hell of a cool tag team match, I must say. I did enjoy that one, going back and reliving that. We had a match which I consider probably the worst one of this pay-per-view, but the Horsemen against Dudes with Attitude. So we had Arn Anderson, Barry Windham and Sid Vicious representing the Horsemen against Paul Orndorff, rest in peace, JYD and El Gigante. Obviously this was a six-man tag. Now, I didn't think much of this one. I didn't like the match at all. It's worth going to check out if you appreciate any of those wrestlers, I guess, just to go and see what they were up to in this match. But it's just I think it was a waste of time, that one. Next up we had Lex Luger versus Mean Mark for the US title. And Mean Mark, obviously a big powerhouse, who'd later go on a few months after this pay-per-view to WWF and become known as The Undertaker. And well, the rest is history, guys, isn't it? That was a good match though, I thought. Very cool. Worth checking out. for sure. And then next up we had Doom versus Rock and Roll Express for the World Tag Team titles. That wasn't a bad match. It's not as good as the Steiners against the Fabulous Freebirds, but still good for what it was. And then we had our awesome main event, Sting versus Ric Flair for the world title. It was a long match, but it was worth the wait. And then Sting picking up the victory and becoming World Heavyweight Champion. And then having a nice celebration in the ring with Steiner Brothers, etc. Very good. Very nostalgic feel about it, as I said. I did enjoy going back to it. After 31 years it was released, but I have watched it more recent than that, but not for a while. I like all the pyros and the fireworks that go off in the arena. That was pretty cool. It gave it a really good retro memories and that for me. I don't know how you guys feel about that kind of thing, but yeah, I thought all in all this is definitely worth a watch. There's only that one match on there I didn't think too much of. It wasn't that bad, but it just wasn't that good either, that 6-man tag match. So I'm going to give this one 8.5 out of 10. I like the cover art and everything for it, and going back and watching it, as I said, it was just very memorable, very cool. Let me know if this is something that interests you guys. I'm going to do more reviews in the future, as I said, of VHS retro stuff. Please feel free to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Take good care of yourselves, guys. Peace.